Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, I'll start Monday? How many business ideas have you written down and never touched again? How many times have you looked at someone else's success and told yourself you could have done that? You could have, but you didn't. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Not to make you feel bad, but because nobody has ever been honest with you about this. My name is Bagza. I've failed more times than most people have tried. I've lost money, I've lost businesses, I've lost sleep, and I've won. Big. So sit down, light something if you've got it, and listen carefully. But before we get into it, let me tell you something about where I come from. I wasn't born with money. I wasn't handed connections. I didn't have a mentor showing me the way. What I had was hunger, and a very expensive habit of learning the hard way. Real estate, trading, business. I've been in all of it, lost in all of it, and built back from all of it. The first time I lost everything, I sat in a room with nothing but my thoughts and a cigar I couldn't even afford. And that's when I realized something that changed my life forever. The problem was never the market. It was never the timing. It was never bad luck. The problem was me. Specifically, my relationship with starting. So here's what nobody wants to admit. When you say, I'll start Monday, that's not laziness talking. That's fear, wearing a very comfortable disguise. Fear that you'll try and it won't work. Fear that people will see you fail. Fear that maybe you're just not built for more. I call this the starting trap. Most people think the hardest part of any journey is the middle, the grind, the long nights. Wrong. The hardest part is the first step, because that first step makes it real, and real things can fail. As long as it's in your head, it's perfect. Your business idea is perfect. Your plan is perfect. You are perfect. The moment you start, the clock starts ticking on reality. So your brain, trying to protect you, convinces you to wait. Wait until you're ready. Wait until the time is right. Wait until you have more money, more knowledge, more confidence. I'm going to tell you something important. Ready never comes. Nobody has ever felt ready for the thing that changed their life. Now let me break this down, because there are exactly 3 reasons people fail before they even begin. Number 1, perfectionism. You want everything lined up before you move. The perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect version of yourself. Here's what perfectionism really is. It's fear with a business degree. It sounds smart, it sounds responsible, but what it's doing is keeping you still. I made my first real estate deal with an incomplete plan and incomplete money. You know what I had complete? The decision to move. Number 2, comparison. You're watching other people's chapter 20 and comparing it to your chapter 1. You see the jet. You see the watch. You see the results. You don't see the years of looking stupid, the failed deals, the embarrassing mistakes. When I was building, I had to stop watching. Not because I didn't respect others' success, but because someone else's highlight reel was poisoning my starting line. Number 3, and this one is the most dangerous. Waiting for permission. Waiting for someone to tell you that you're good enough, that your idea is valid, that it's okay to try. Nobody is coming with that permission slip. Not your family, not your friends, not the market. You have to give it to yourself. I want to tell you about a specific moment in my life. I had just lost a significant amount of money on a trade that I knew was wrong when I made it. You know that feeling? When you know, and you do it anyway? I was done. Mentally done. I told myself, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe the people who said I wouldn't make it were right. I sat with that feeling for about 3 days. On the 4th day, I made a decision. Not a plan, not a strategy, a decision. The decision was simple. I am not the sum of my failures. I am what I do next. That decision led to my first successful real estate deal, which led to the next one, which led to everything that came after. The only difference between the man who quits and the man who wins is one more decision to not stop. That's it. That's the whole secret. Now, you came here for solutions. So, here are my 4 rules for breaking the starting trap. Rule 1. Shrink the start. You're failing before you begin because you're trying to begin too big. Don't start a business. Start a conversation with one potential customer. Don't start trading. Make one small trade with money you can afford to learn from. Don't write the whole plan. Write the first page. Momentum is built from tiny wins, not giant leaps. Rule 2. Set a deadline with consequences. Decisions without deadlines are just wishes. Tell someone what you're going to do. Put money on it. Make it real. The reason you keep starting Monday is because Monday has no teeth. Give your start a bite. Rule 3. Protect your focus from other people's opinions. This one almost broke me early on. The people around you, even the ones who love you, will project their fears onto your dreams. They're not trying to hurt you, but they are. You need to build what I call a silence circle, a mental space where their doubts cannot enter. Go in there when you need to make moves. Rule 4. Redefine failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is data. Every time I lost, I learned something the winner's seminars never taught me. Stop being afraid of information. Be afraid of never knowing. So let me ask you again, that idea you have, that thing you've been sitting on, what are you actually waiting for? More money? More time? More courage? Here's the truth. The money comes after the start. The time clears after the start. The courage builds after the start. None of it comes before. I want you to do one thing after this video. Not a list, not a plan. One thing. Take the one idea you've been sitting on the longest and do one thing towards it today. Make one call. Send one email. Write one paragraph. Take one step. Because the version of you that's watching this video is not the version of you that's capable of. Now go find out who you really are. If this hit you somewhere real, you know what to do. Subscribe, because in the next video, Mr. Bagza is going to explain to you exactly why your 9 to 5 is keeping you poor. You don't want to miss that one. Drop a comment below. Tell me, what is the one thing you've been waiting to start? I read every single one. Mr. Bagza, out.